Konnichiwa, Japan fans. Today's show, we're going to be talking about clients who go rogue. Eigo desu. それでは行きましょう. So let's get going. This is the 7th year of the Sales Japan Series podcast, broadcasting around the world from the Beverly Hills of Japan, Minato-ku here in downtown Tokyo. It is chic central. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, Dale Carnegie Tokyo franchise owner, the president of Dale Carnegie Tokyo Training, and the 3-time best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery, which is Zaegyo in Japanese, Japan Business Mastery, and Japan Presentations Mastery. Plus, Stop Wasting Money on Training in Japanese, Training de Okane o Mura ni suru no wa yamimashou, and all are available on Amazon. In this podcast, I want to help you to survive and, even better, thrive in business. 1. Sell more and do it more easily. 2. Exceed your targets. In fact, blow up your targets. 3. Make some serious money. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast with your family, friends, and colleagues. We are not being sponsored by Libsyn, but we value your privacy, which is why we have our podcast hosted by Libsyn. Unlike many other hosting organizations, Libsyn have a strict policy that does not allow access to your private information by anyone. Here is our daily podcast lineup on Apple Podcasts. Mondays, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show podcast. Tuesday, the Presentations Japan series, and every second Tuesday, the Business Tatsujin no Oshie Show. Wednesdays, the Sales Japan series. Thursdays, the Leadership Japan series, and every second Thursday, the Business Pro Podcast Show. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show podcast. Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews. Now, this is episode number 355. Today we're talking about selling when the client doesn't follow our script. Every professional salesperson has a set script of how the sales call will run. Amateur salespeople just turn up and don't try to direct the action. Having a set sales script means we know what will happen during the call, what the stages will be, what we will say at certain points, what we want to know from the client, and how the call will conclude. We've already worked out how to be charming in the small talk component of the call at the very start, and how to get the client to do the talking so we can gauge their personality style, allowing us to adjust our own style to better suit them. We know when to bridge into our credibility statement so that the client will know they can trust us and that we are totally unlike all of the unprofessional salespeople they have dealt with thus far. We will move on to the questioning phase to try and understand if we have what they need or not. If we do, then we introduce our solutions based around what they've told us and nothing more. We'll ask for the order to test their reaction, and if we get objections, then we know how to handle those calmly and smoothly, again, asking for the order. This is how it is supposed to run. Sometimes, however, the client doesn't follow the script. In a few instances, the buyer has been so well conditioned by the salespeople they've met that they directly ask for the pitch so they can evaluate the offer. This is bad. Pitching, when you don't know what they want, is flying blind and very ineffective, but sometimes you have to suck it up and get on with it. In these cases, we have to use our experience and try and anticipate what similar companies like this one have needed. It may be that we have some all-weather solutions which will basically suit everyone, and these would be a good place to start. We shouldn't show them too many solutions because we want to get them to tell us what they need. Actually, if what we are pitching isn't on the mark, then the obvious next step is to get them to tell us what would be on the mark. We get to the same point we want to reach, but we have to take a time-wasting detour. Another variety is more problematic, and that is when the buyer doesn't know what they need. They may already have internal solutions, and the firm is geared up for those, so they haven't explored what is also available in the market. It may be that they are the intermediary for the group, who will be the actual users of the solution, so they are not the coalface themselves in this case. We have to throw a wide net to try and cover off their needs. To find out more, we come back from the break. Our show today is brought to you by our public courses, but we also do custom in-house programs, as well as we do them in both Japanese and English. We do them face-to-face in our super safe classroom, and we do them live online. Our show today is brought to you by our Step Up the Leadership program on August 29th. This is a one-day bridging program for those moving into leadership positions. On the 30th, we're doing storytelling, which is one of the fundamental skills of communication in business, and we all need to do better in this area. Go to our website at www.dale-carnegie, carnegie.co.jp. Get my best-selling books, Japan Sales Mastery, which in Japanese is Zaegyo. This is the Bible for selling in Japan. Japan Business Mastery, Japan Presentations Mastery, plus Stop Wasting Money on Training, which in Japanese is Training de Okane wo Muru ni Sunu wa Yamimashou, and all are available on Amazon. If you like learning by watching videos, we have nearly 2,000 there for you at Tokyo Japan Balcony TV on YouTube. We release 3 TV shows every week on YouTube. The Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, that's the premier business show on Japan every Monday, Tokyo time. Fridays, we have the Japan Business Mastery Show, and on Saturdays, we release Japan's top business interviews, where I interview leaders from small, medium enterprises all the way up to the corporate captains of industry on one topic, leading in Japan. Every second Thursday, we release the Business Pro Television Show. You can email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. Welcome back. Again, we have to draw on our experience of what generally has been a common need in this industry. I had this case recently with a tech company. They had quite elaborate internal solutions of which they were profoundly proud. At a first blush, it felt like they were fully sorted and didn't need anything from me. The people I was talking to were the HR team, and again, their role is removed from the coalface of the divisions doing the actual work. We have had other tech clients, and there tends to be some consistent issues with tech teams where they need training, and so I decided to just hone in on a couple of these, knowing full well they have their own internal solutions. The headquarter-sponsored solutions are always limited, though, compared to what a specialist supplier like us can provide. There's always a gap. Also, often with multinational companies, there is the fact that the centrally driven solutions are delivered in English, which is not ideal for Japan. We can bring that local culture and language delivery piece, which they need and which is always more effective. I always have my product flyers on the seat next to me out of sight of the buyer. I will only show them the content I think will resonate with them. I'm curating their needs based on what I know, and will only add more content when I get a sense of their requirement. This keeps the conversation very focused, and I don't overwhelm them with solutions such that they become immobilized. I know that I can always go back and add more content as we get a better picture of need. And the whole shooting match doesn't have to be rolled out in the first meeting. It is still unfulfilling to do it this way compared to hearing their specific needs, but sometimes we have to be flexible and play the long game. I always say to myself, they may not be a buyer today based on my current solutions in this market at this stage of the economic cycle, given the internal machinations of the firm, but one day they could be a buyer. If all they can leave me with is a feeling that this guy can be trusted, then I've achieved quite a lot, and perhaps one day I'll get the chance to serve them. Thank you for joining the Sales Japan series. If you found the program useful, then please work on your karma and share this with your family, friends, and colleagues. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast. Immediately apply what you've learned today. Go out there and survive. Use it and make some serious money. Bucks, dough, moolah, coin, dosh, lolly, readies, smackers, earners, and bread and honey. Remember, I'm in your corner, committed to your success here in Nippon.